I just turned off my engine. I'm out the pass, away from Wahine, headed direction Moorea to meet with my parents. This is going to be the last anchorage that we're going to be in together, and I have 100 miles to go, so that puts me in tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully the wind picks up, but you know, 3 knots, could be worse. It's really nice sailing, beautiful weather today, smooth seas. I'll take it. Welcome to Hippie Sailing. I am single-handing migrant 27 around the world. I started my trip in Maine with a very cold 10-month overhaul of my entire boat. Solo sailed through the Caribbean, the Panama Canal, 41 days alone across the Pacific, and now I am sailing in French Polynesia, trying to learn French, living the castaway lifestyle of my dreams, and doing a bunch of awesome sailing. On board the Geck, I have no fridge, water maker, fancy electronics, and my dinghy is a rowboat with a sail rig. If you're interested in seeing what I'm doing in my daily life, check out my Instagram @BoatLizard. Slow going. When it's northerlies, it's usually light wind. I would say this is better than bashing into easterlies, but it's kind of exhibit A. I'm sitting here eating olives, and this speed I'll get in tomorrow night, hopefully before dark. But even though I'm going less than 3 knots right now, I really don't want to turn my engine on because I just like sailing, even if it's slow sailing. Cheers. I had a pretty good night. I did motor sail for the first 6 hours, and then I turned off the engine at around 8 and sailed through the night. Really clear, no squalls, and then this morning I'm about 45 minutes from land, and I was really hoping I'd be able to put dry sails away, but no, we have this. God damn it. Looks like it's gonna be wet right as I'm coming in the pass, which is exactly how I came in the pass last time. So here's Moorea. And whoa, the anchorage is super crowded. So I've taken down my head sail and I'm motoring. The squalls are kind of, well, this squall just had a really nasty line of wind at the front of it, and yeah, I bailed. But anyway, I'm close to the pass, and it's kind of dead downwind getting in, so I take my head sail down anyway, so I have to deal with it. It kind of doesn't look as bad as I thought it looked on the horizon, but I'm still gonna get pounded with rain. And it's going to be right as I'm coming in the pass and while I'm anchoring, so that's really exciting. And yeah, the wind's picking up. I'll show you a little look around. I'm going to take down my wind. Oh shit. Yeah, here we go. Another puff of wind from the squall. It's pretty intense. Taking down my head sail, or my wind vane, because it's not doing much. And I think I'm just going to ride this one out. It's about to start pouring rain. I'm not going to try to go in the pass. I'm just going to turn up just a little bit. It's pretty insane out here. Coming up on whiteout, I think I'm going to close my Dodger glass. Holy shit. Woo! Straight over the bow. Alright, so I'm just kind of angling into this. Trying to have my main not flap to pieces. Just going to wait for the worst of it to pass before I go in for the pass here. Idle forward right shutting down though because it's my safety in case something happens with the engine, which, as you know, is not reliable. Ouch. They dropped to the eyeball. Fuck, man. Good morning. Yeah, so life is wet and windy. I'm hoping this squall ends quickly and I can just get in, but for now I'm gonna have some tea out of my new chicken mug. My mom bought me 2 chicken mugs at the store. I love my mom. I was like, we walked past them and I was like, oh, chicken mugs! And my mom was like, yeah, I'm buying this for you, Holly. So here, at least, I saw the squall coming and I made a thermos of tea because I figured it was gonna be a long, wet experience in the cockpit, and right I was, unfortunately. Cheers. Oh, that's good. Here's the chickens, mugs, and the squall being over soon. And here's chicken mugs. Seems like it's letting up a little bit. I'm not sure if there's more to come. Sometimes these are tiered squalls, which means it's, yeah, see, there's more rain. Rain I'm fine with. It's just the nasty 30 knots of wind that I'm not insanely crazy about going in with, but if I have to, I will. I'm gonna see what there's another white Audi looking thing approaching. I'll see what this has in store, and if it's not bad, then I'm just gonna go for it. Alright, I'm going for it. I just need to sheet the main in because I'm pretty much dead down and I don't want to have an accidental jibe on my hands, so BRB. Alright, it seems like the rain portion is kicking in, which means no viz, but I have my Navionics, which I trust, and the wind is down, which is really awesome. Main is sheeted all the way in so that if it drives around, it's not a big deal. I just want to keep it up for a security blanket. Although I'm a little nervous if I get another giant squall like the last one, it could fuck me, but if my engine dies, it could also fuck me, so it's kind of a, she's a gamble. I'm gonna have some more tea. Alright, I officially can't see shit. I can't even see the pass, or the mountains, or the channel markers, or any other ghosts that might be coming in or out. This is really whiteout-y conditions here. It's either lightening up or I'm getting closer to the mountains. I'm not sure which, but I'm starting to be able to make them out. Look at this craziness with my boom though. When it's sheeted in the middle like this, oh wait, when it's sheeted in the middle like this, it just pisses water right on top of me. Normally I'd be collecting if there's a ton of free water in this bay, and it's a pain in the ass to collect when you're trying to do other things. So yeah, those are the mountains. You can see surf now. Oh, maybe you can see them there. Here it's scary with the reefs because all you can see is the waves on them and not the reefs themselves. Alright, I'm coming in the pass. There's the red. There's the green. There's a giant cruise ship. Me. Yeah, beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. In the pass. My iPad just fell down, so I don't know where I'm going. Ah, no, I do. Look, I can see mountains. There's the anchorage. There's a giant cruise ship. That's where I came from. That's where I'm going. Anchoring in about 36 feet of water. Just kind of backing as I put down chain because there's no wind. It is gusting to 40 right now. There's this really strange front that's coming through, and it's so weird. I set my anchor in the direction that all the boats are facing, as you do, and then this wind sort of kicked around about 100 degrees, and now I'm facing in a completely different direction. Yeah, so I just dove on my anchor, even though it's really wavy and choppy out there, and it's dug in really beautiful sand. Everything is good, but it's just so intense. I just was putting my dinghy up on deck and I got a 40-knot gust. Dinghy was banging around everywhere, really exciting. Obviously didn't think about filming, so I was just like, fuck, 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 fuck. Get the boat ready, panic, 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 not really. Anyway, I'm kind of holed up here, keeping an eye on everything and hoping I don't drag and hoping this passes. It should only be another hour or two. It's just a front passing through, but fuck, it's intense. Oh, this is what it looks like out here. Really nasty shit. I just put out some more scope, so now I have about 5 to 1 out, which is excessive, but for this weather it's not. And I tied my boom off, but it's coming undone, so I'm gonna tighten that up, and then I think I'm done with my things that I have to do outside. So I'm gonna go check my phone now and see about this front that's coming through and do that obsessive thing where you check the weather a million times hoping that it'll change, knowing it won't change, but it's kind of comforting. I just flipped my solar panels down. You can see outside because they are, I don't know, oars are out of the dinghy. Dinghy's up on deck. I left my sail out because I didn't want to put it away wet. I did not know this weather was going to happen. My parents are on their boat. I'm on my boat. It's kind of the weather where you don't want to leave your boat alone. Yeah, I guess I've done the best I can. Now I'm just gonna kind of sit glued to my iPad and watch. I always I'll show you guys. I always like to, something smells really chemically in my boat. I always like to put down a track and then sort of monitor it. So yeah, I just let out more scope, but you can see I'm making, so this is where it's sketchy, but so when I set in this direction. So you can see I set to there, and then this was, so I probably dropped my anchor here, which is right between where I am now and where I was then. And then this was kind of me probably squiggling and pulling my chain back. And then this is where I am now, but I also just put out an extra 15 feet of scope. But I'm starting to make a happy little yellow blob, which is really comforting. If I kept doing this, that would have been scary. But like I said, this is probably where I set my chain back this way, and now I'm just sort of in the same direction that way. So this is more for reference than anything, but I can check the number and see if I'm dragging or not. Like if it gets more than 175, then I know I'm probably dragging, but right now it looks like I'm in a happy little middle place, and that's what I like to do. I also have an anchor alarm, but it only works if you remember to set it when you set the anchor, because it's a radius thing and I always forget. So I think by tonight this should have blown over. My parents are in the last throes of their visit, and as a final treat I am doing a sail with them on their boat to next anchorage over. I am an A1 videographer. I forgot my GoPro on my boat, so I'm filming on my mom's iPhone. They're upping the anchor. El Capitan on the helm. Mom's pushing the anchor button. Upping anchor is hard on this boat, isn't it?
So you push this button right here with your foot.
Whoa, so much sand.
Ja, family trip on the road.
Family trip!
I'm looking at the chart and I'm not texting.
Hashtag family trip. Beautiful Morea. We've arrived in our next anchorage. My parents are just putting down the anchor, chilling back here, no big deal. It's pretty nice. We went inside the bay this time. We were gonna do the reef, but it was pretty choppy out there. And so this is where we are. Gorgeous. Now it's time to go ashore and go do some of our last tourist things of the trip. So we are sitting here in the very nice restaurant having our last touristy pina colada. Cheers. My dad lost his eyes. Hello.
I'm a lobster. Hello.
And it's just so beautiful here. It's a really good last day in Morea together. This is mine. I just got back to my boat. I hitchhiked around the corner to the bay where it's kept. My parents are taking off tomorrow, and I don't know when I'll see them next, but it's been a really amazing visit with them, and I'm super happy they were able to borrow a boat for a month and buddy boat with me. It's really special. How many people have parents cool enough to come sail with them in French Polynesia for a month? I just feel so lucky. So lucky to have had this experience with them. Thanks for watching. I put out new YouTubes every 2 weeks on Mondays, and for my patrons, you guys get a little snack on the weeks I don't put out a full-length YouTube video. Thank you so much to all my patrons who are supporting me and making this possible. If you'd like to become a patron, my Patreon is patreon.com/windhippie, and for one-time donations, my PayPal is paypal.me/windhippie. Thank you, Tish, for helping me get these videos onto YouTube with her superior internet connection, and thank you guys for all your lovely comments and questions. I try to read them and get back to them as soon as I am able to with my terrible internet connection. I will see you guys in another 2 weeks with another full-length video. Enjoy your